Jill Ireland is best known for her work as an actress, but now she is turning her talents to writing. Ireland's first book, Life Wish, is a personal story about her battle and triumph over cancer.
Jill, why did you write the book?
When I was told I had cancer, it was such a terribly frightening, horrible thing to hear that it was malignant, and I felt so isolated. And I had family and friends, and I thought, what would it be like for somebody alone being told this news? And I started writing the book as a companion, reaching out, a sharing to anyone else in a similar situation, man, woman, or child. It was a sharing. Then as the book went on, and I began to feel well towards the end, my hair grew back, I began thinking, well, maybe this can be encouraging, light at the end of the tunnel for anyone else.
Mm-hmm. You say you felt alone, but I know in situations like that, I know people who have had the same, gone through the same thing. They have so many friends, but yet you said you still felt alone.
Well, you feel isolated. It's only somebody else in the same position that really understands. I went to see my oncologist yesterday just for a checkup, and he told me that many of his patients had come into him having read my book, and they'd said that it was wonderful for them to know that there was somebody there that really understood what they were going through.
Was it painful for you to relive all that when you wrote the book?
No, I wrote it as I was going along, and the painful time was when I proofread the galleys. There are certain parts in the book that I just can't read again without feeling sick. Mm-hmm. But there are things in the book that make me laugh, too, which surprised me that I put in.
When you started out, did you ever think that you could do something like this, to keep a diary, to put it all together?
Well, it wasn't really a diary. It's not written in diary form. Well, I did think I could, or I wouldn't have started it. I think having an ambition keeps you going, too. My ambition was to write this book. And I must say that the book started out to help other people, but it's really helped me. And the parts in it about holistic healing and the meditations in it, even I go back and refer to them sometimes myself.
That's interesting. When you look back on the book, I guess, if you go back and read the entire thing, does it seem like it's really you going through that entire thing?
Sometimes no. I think I said to somebody today that I don't feel part of the book anymore, in as much as it seems to have a life of its own. Mm-hmm. It's the book now. It's not me anymore. It has my picture on the cover. It says Life Wish and then Jill Ireland, but I don't say that's me. It's the book. And I'm so anxious that to pass on my belief that holistic healing and visualization really, really helped me. I'm so anxious for other people to know about that.
We hear so much about positive thinking, I guess, in a way that is.
Well, everybody said to me, all the doctors after the surgery said, Jill, now you have to go home and have a positive attitude. That's a very difficult thing to have. I mean, you just had surgery. I was facing 6 months of chemotherapy. I knew I had cancer. It's very difficult. Where do you get a positive attitude? Well, the way I found it, and I wrote it all in Life Wish, is through learning about anything I could. The holistic healing. I did some homeopathic doctors. I even had my fortune told by an astrologer who told me that I was going to live a long life and had a body of steel, which on the day that I went to him was very cheering because I wasn't feeling too well. Yeah. And every time I felt down after that, I'd say to myself, I have a body of steel. I'm going to live a long life. Anything you do, just anything. Maybe there are people out there who will find things I didn't find, but I certainly did a lot of looking. But the holistic healing is right up there as number one for me.
Well, you're helping a lot of people right now with your book, Jill.
I hope so.
And you look wonderful.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Thanks to Patrick for doing that interview. That was interesting. I had not realized that she had gotten that far into the holistic thing.
Right. She used everything that worked. And, she's the wife of Charles Bronson, the movie star. Right. And she has a big family and a lot of things to live for. Yeah. And a good career.